Colonel Fury, Red Rose
Yes?
is online.
Can I help you? He is a genius who has developed 10 rings of power from alien technology. His palace in the Valley of Spirits is protected by a gigantic robot known as Ultimo. Very. But Iron Man could fill you in on the specifics. He and Mandarin have been arch enemies for years. It is a valley in mainland China, where Mandarin discovered the wreckage of an ancient starship. The Axon Car, dragon-like creatures from the planet Maklu 4. Their technology is still centuries ahead of us. He reassembled it in a deserted castle in the Valley of Spirits. And while working with this advanced machinery, he also discovered the Maklu and power rings. They were intended to serve as energy sources for the warp drive engines of the alien starship. But Mandarin converted them to his own twisted needs. You are most welcome.
Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here.
While you're at Mandarin's palace, I need you to bring back the latest Ultimo schematics.
The nanotechnology team will be meeting in the Optronics lab.
No one's sure. Tome of Asarius is an ancient mystical text that explains alternate dimensions.
Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on line 6.
It deals primarily with Mephisto's realm, the Halls of Fear, and the Shadow Realm.
Warning, a small thermonuclear device is missing, and Deadpool was last seen in the weapons
All we
lab.
know is that they've taken the Super Soldier Serum, the Mutant Amplifier, and the Tome of Asarius.
The President is on line 5, Colonel Fury.
That's the question everyone's trying to answer. So far, we don't even have a guess. And that's why you're going to talk to Mandarin.
Miss Bambi and Miss Heather are still waiting for you in the main lobby. Mr.
According to
Stark.
Namorita, the sonic emitters are completely destroyed and the Atlanteans have begun cleanup of their city. No, quite the opposite. They're grateful. They understand you had to battle them to save their city from
I
Atuma.
can announce that today is Ben Grimm's 65th birthday. Happy birthday,
Certainly.
Mr. Grimm. Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you.
Hi, it's good to see you. I hope you're ready for Mandarin, because he's no pushover.
Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you.
They're advanced technology that Mandarin took from the wreckage of an alien starship. He adapted them to serve as weapons. They offer a wide range of attacks, from force fields to ice blasts to disintegration beams. They make Mandarin a very dangerous man.
Warning, a small thermonuclear
That's a
device
robot created by Mandarin to battle Iron Man. It's huge from what I hear. Ultimo's programmed to destroy all life in its path. The skin covering the robot is virtually indestructible, and its power source is nearly limitless.
Miss Bambi and Miss Heather are still waiting for you in the main lobby, Mr. Stark.
Ah, that's right. The Quinjet's comm line to the Stark Tower was... no problem.
Johnny Storm
Welcome.
would like you to announce
Do you have a
today is
question
Ben
for me?
Grimm's 65th birthday. Happy birthday,
He was the
Mr.
son
Grimm.
of one of the richest men in China, but he was orphaned at an early age and was raised by an aunt who despised the world.
Mr. Stark,
Yes,
there's
something of a
Harold Hogan on line
scientific
2.
wonderkin. Mandarin attended very prestigious schools both in China and abroad.
Mr. Stark,
There was a change in the power structure of China, and Mandarin lost all of his wealth and power. Anxious to return to that lifestyle, he ventured into the Valley of Spirits in hopes of making a major discovery. It is an area in China that had long been deserted. There, Mandarin located the shattered hulk of an ancient alien starship. The Axon Car, dragon-like creatures from the planet Maklu 4. Within the ship, Mandarin discovered advanced technology he was able to turn to his own uses.
The President is on line 5, Colonel Fury.
I am glad to be of assistance.
That password you gave me worked like a charm. I had no problems getting into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s database. You are gonna love this. The Imperium, it's a S.H.I.E.L.D. think tank. You know, one of those places where they get geniuses together? No. But I can find out by hacking into the S.H.I.E.L.D. priority database. But I need help from one of the few guys who can crack that code. C.B. Sobolski, or a guy named Baroge. I need you to talk to Hank Pym and find out which of those two guys I can trust.
Greetings. I trust all went well in Atlantis. All this commotion with the S.H.I.E.L.D. personnel has me somewhat flustered, I'm afraid. And then there's the matter of the seedy characters lurking about. Yes, I find this Mr. Weasel to be quite unnerving. You never know where he's going to pop up next. Not to worry. The S.H.I.E.L.D. personnel will not find out about him from me. They haven't set foot in this area. I think Colonel Fury and his people prefer to stay near their equipment. You have my solemn word on it. It was my pleasure.
I am glad we were able to help the Atlanteans. While Namor is somewhat headstrong, he is a good ruler. You are quite welcome.
Hi, can I help you? Yes. People are saying she was trying to get information to Doom during the helicarrier battle, but I don't believe it. There's still not enough evidence to convince me, and if you can't convince me, Fury will never believe you. While attempting to stop a missile heading for London, I fell into the ocean and was frozen. I stayed that way until they fished me out decades later. Yes, I'm sure it was the super soldier serum that kept me alive. But I've got to tell you, it's been quite a shock getting used to these modern times. I've yet to figure out VCRs. Yes, his name was Bucky. He was a great kid, and a great friend. He died in an airplane explosion, or it's assumed he did. His body was never found. Anytime, friend.
Hey, how's it going? You know me, I'm just...
Hi, what's new? That the Imperium's a think tank? I think it doesn't look too good for Black Widow. Isn't it obvious? The Black Widow was trying to get information to Doom when she got caught in the explosion on the helicarrier. Yes. Bullseye attacked me to prove that he should be the Kingpin's #1 assassin. In the end, he killed me with my own sigh. Several people tried to resurrect me. Eventually, someone succeeded. But it was Daredevil who really saved me. He gave me back my soul. Come back anytime.
I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to seeing Mandarin again. It's gonna be like old times. Oh yeah, me and Mandarin go way back. I've been locked up in his palace so many times I've thought about having my mail forwarded there. A genius, psychotic, delusional, and out to kill me with a vengeance. It all started when I was kidnapped back in my youth. My heart was damaged, and my kidnapper refused to get me medical treatment until I created weapons for him. No. Another scientist and I designed armor that would keep my heart beating as well as help us get away. The armor worked, but my friend died during the escape. Yes. For the longest time, I wore a chest plate that acted as a pacemaker. No, my condition was corrected, and now my heart is fine. Anytime, my friend.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you.
Hi, it's good to see you. I hope you're ready for Mandarin, because he's no pushover.
And Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you.
Sobolski? Oh yeah, I knew him back at MIT. A real computer genius. Too bad he ran with the hacker crowd. On a dare, CB tapped into the financial system of a major electric company and gave everyone 50 cents off their next bill. Yeah, but I've got to hand it to CB. He never gave up the names of the other hackers he worked with, even when he was threatened with jail. No. Try Vision. I bet he'd know.
The president is on line 5, Colonel Fury.
No problem. And come back anytime you want.
Welcome. Do you have a question for me?
Still waiting for you in the main lobby, Mr. Stark.
Barouge. Yes, he is a computer criminal from Canada, wanted in several countries for ID theft. Definitely. Barouge has executed several very sophisticated crimes, but I would recommend you stay away from him. He is not trustworthy. The last time he was caught, Barouge gave the authorities the names of his accomplices in exchange for his freedom.
Mr. Stark, there's a
No,
Harold Hogan on
but
line
Hank Pym might. I am glad to be of assistance.
Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you.
Hey, what up? They are the creme de la creme of computer geeks. CB and Barouge are the only two guys who've made their way into S.H.I.E.L.D. files. Well, and live to tell about it. I'd like to think there's honor amongst thieves, but either one of those guys could turn me in, just for the fun of it. It's not like I got something better to do.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you.
Storm. Ms. Marvel. Thor. Spider-Woman.
Onward to victory!
main lobby to see you.
Hi, can I take you somewhere?
Loki, are you certain your ploy in Atlantis worked?
My good doctor, how could you doubt the god of mischief? My performance as Mandarin was flawless. Rest assured, the heroes will travel to the Valley of Spirits.
I wonder who will be the worst for this confrontation. The heroes or Mandarin?
It matters not, so long as one of them pays the ultimate price.
The traitorous Mandarin will most likely meet his demise. But not without destroying several of Fury's lackeys first.
Indeed. I would find it most enjoyable if my dear brother Thor were to fall in battle, long as he been a thorn in my side. Oh, don't look so sad, Enchantress. When our ultimate plan is realized, you will find others more worthy of your attention than Thor.
I should hope so, Loki. Still, it saddens me that Thor must die. He is truly a god to be admired.
That pompous fool's overdeveloped physique is nothing compared to my conniving intellect. Now, I have longed to crush his self-righteous countenance beneath my booted heel.
Silence! All of you. My scanners show the heroes are in the Valley of Spirits. We have set the stage, and the players have arrived. Now, let us watch and see who will survive this tale of deception.
We've arrived at Mandarin's palace, Colonel Fury. All's quiet. Let's hope it stays that way.
That's good to hear, Storm. Now all you have to do is track down Mandarin and ask him about the Masters of Evil.
Tracking him down shouldn't be a problem, but living long enough to ask him questions might be a little difficult.
Storm, I didn't think anything scared you.
I'm not frightened, Colonel, just cautious. I've faced Mandarin's rings of power before.
I hear you, Storm, but I have every confidence you'll succeed. You have to find out what Doom's planning next. Fury out.
All right, my friends. You heard the Colonel. Let's see if we can locate Mandarin.
Leave, or you will suffer the consequences.
Have a good rest.
I feel as mighty as Odin!
He must not advance! Your battle is hopeless!
Score 1 for me.
As you wish.
Okay.
Stop them!
You should have surrendered.
None shall pass.
You impetuous fools! How dare you enter my palace!
Chill out, Mandarin. We're not happy about being here, but there's a few questions we need the answers to.
I am no commoner for you to question whenever you wish. Be gone, or I will destroy you, Ms. Marvel.
Sorry, no can do. We saw you in Atlantis, and we need to know why you were there.
I have no time for your senseless ravings. Ultimo will deal with you.
The invaders are here!
You are getting up from that! My house is almost gone!
By your command.
Okay.
Leave, or you will suffer the consequences. Your battle is hopeless!
Anyone else care to get in my way?
Warriors, attack! This battle will end.
Not much of a chance.
By the power of Asgard!
Stop them!
Spider-Woman I've heard so much about?
Close, but no cigar. You must be thinking of the amazing Spider-Man.
No. It is you who are amazing. I have never beheld such a beautiful creature before.
Put your hormones in neutral, Pierre. You're having a reaction to my pheromones. It's a power I can't fully control yet.
Perhaps you are right. I do find it difficult to think in your presence.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Particularly in battle situations, like now.
Others will take my place.
Got it.
Thor.
Now for some adventure.
I.
Leave, or you will suffer the consequences.
Was foolish to challenge. I have vanquished this fiend!
I am lost!
challenge me. Our enemy is here.
I am lost!
Okay.
So, still you persist in this foolish quest of attacking me in my palace? Very well then. I will unleash my latest creation, the Ultima Mark II! Correct. Its enriched titanium casing is laced with vibranium, and the servo motors are 300% stronger than the previous model. So you see, it will be quite impossible for you to destroy this robot.
They must not advance!
You are looking
Greetings, my friend. It is most fortuitous that you chose to arrive when you did. Mandarin's minions were becoming quite bothersome. A precious magical item known as the Orb of Agamotto was stolen from me. I managed to track it to this location. I do not know how Mandarin intends to use it, but I must retrieve the orb immediately. Splendid. Let's team up and see what we can find, shall we?
Nice try, tough guy.
I could really use some help.
This one's out.
You will be destroyed. Our enemy is here.
Twas foolish to challenge me.
This one's out.
They must not advance. Destroy them
You stood little chance against the God of Thunder.
Very well done, my friends. We've located the orb. In return for aiding me, I will now make myself available to join your team, should you require my talents.
Guess you didn't know who you were messing with.
They must not advance.
I claim this victory for Asgard.
have defeated those incompetent louts throughout my palace. But now we will face the power of the Mandarin! You shall soon learn the foolishness of such bravado. My rings of power will annihilate you. Even the curs will regret this! How pathetic! I merely have a new experiment I'd like to test in a real-world situation. Allow me to introduce my latest creations. I think they'll be quite attractive to you.
I'm running low on health.
It would appear my creations aren't enough of a challenge for you. A pity, really. But fear not. My prototypes of Ultimo Mark III have more than enough firepower to make short work of you. Do enjoy them, as long as you survive.
Okay, so who's next?
Attitude adjustment.
to become their leader. Needless to say, Doom took offense to that and forced him out. Most likely it was that pompous local. He has the ability to shape-shift. Obviously to keep you busy while they enacted the next step of their plot.
Team, once you're finished with Mandarin, return to base immediately. The Masters of Evil have kidnapped 2 X-Men. Nightcrawler, Jean Grey. Welcome back from Mandarin's palace. Looks like the Masters of Evil managed to pull a fast one on us and kidnap 2 X-Men, Jean Grey and Nightcrawler. For the next part of the operation, we're moving our headquarters to another location. When you're ready to go, talk to Mr. Wingfoot.